Southwest Florida's most trusted news. This is Wink News This Morning.
He's accused of stealing tens of thousands of dollars from the elderly. Now at 4:30 on Wink News This Morning, how much police say this man stole while posing as a contractor.
Plus, the Collier County Sheriff's Office is slapped with a lawsuit from this 2020 officer-involved shooting. What the family of the man killed says those deputies did wrong.
And it's been a lifelong dream, and it came true. Watch as this 86-year-old finally rides in his dream car. Well, we start this Thursday morning with our air quality because that Saharan dust is starting to diminish what we're breathing in. I'm Corey Lazar.
And I'm Lindsay Sablon. Especially with the kids back at recess, just be careful out there. Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman joining us now. And Casey, how bad do you expect it to get?
We're looking at moderate air quality right now and likely going to stick with that today and also through tomorrow. We've got a couple more days of this thick plume of Saharan dust overhead. I'm sure you saw it yesterday. Just that really kind of milky look to the sky. And if you do have respiratory issues, you may be feeling it a little bit more. We're going to be looking at, again, the moderate air quality through today and at least tomorrow, but we at least should start to see some improvements as we head into the upcoming weekend. Here's a look at that Saharan dust plume. It is thick and it's really up and down the Florida peninsula right now. This sticks around through today and it's going to lead to another day of below average rain chances. Wing slides out there 3X, 3 times more powerful. We have quite a bit of activity offshore areas like Charlotte, Sarasota County. This is not heading in our direction. We are currently dry here across Southwest Florida and will stay that way until late today, where we should start to see a few showers and thunderstorms, despite the fact that we do have all that Saharan dust overhead. Temperatures in the mid-upper 70s to lower 80s right now. We're mild at 80 degrees currently in Fort Myers, 82 for Cape Coral. We actually have a day of what should be some record heat on the way today. Here is all that Saharan dust blanketing the area. We climbed to 95 for Cape Coral, Fort Myers, 93 for Naples. Our record today stands at 95 in Fort Myers, so it looks like we should at least be tying that. I'll take a look at what we can expect for the remainder of the work week and have an update on the tropics coming up.
All right, Casey, thank you. Arrested after stealing money from the elderly. Collier County deputies say 53-year-old Gabor Fazekas posed as a contractor. And once he would receive money from a client, he never showed up to do the work. Wake News reporter Lauren Leslie has the details. Well, the Collier County Sheriff's Office is being sued after deputies shot and killed a man who had a shovel and garden shears in his hands. Now, the shooting happened in 2020, but the family of Nicholas Morales still wants some answers here. The deputies fired because they felt threatened, and they have been cleared of any wrongdoing. Now, the Morales family is suing 3 deputies, saying they used excessive force and should have de-escalated the situation. They also say Morales did not pose a threat to them. However, former police officer Dr. David Thomas with FGCU says that shooting was clearly justified.
And with school back in session, a reminder to watch your speed in school zones because it could cost you. Charlotte County Sheriff's Office says going 1 to 9 miles per hour over the speed limit will cost you $153 and points on your license. 10 to 14 miles over the speed limit will be about $300 and points. And if you go more than 30 miles an hour over the speed limit, you're heading off to court.
Well, coming up on Wake News this morning, other organizations stepping up to help more than 60 dogs rescued from horrible conditions.
And former President Donald Trump refuses to answer questions in an investigation into his business practices. Why he invoked the Fifth Amendment.
First, fair everywhere. At Wink News this morning, that's our focus.
Good morning and thanks
So you can focus on the day ahead.
Beautiful day ahead for Southwest.
First, with breaking news.
Right now.
Fair in our reporting. We're everywhere news happens. Get up to the minute you're up. Wink News this morning. Weekday mornings starting at 4:30.
It's going to be a great day, Southwest Florida.
First, fair everywhere.
Wing Doppler 3X is more than just 3 times more powerful. It has dual polarity. That produces a more accurate and detailed view of severe weather, and that gives you early warning.
Wink Doppler 3X, 3 times more powerful.
Wave 101.1, relaxing favorites. All the songs you know and love. Whether you're at work, at home, or just going about your day. The feel-good variety for your Southwest Florida lifestyle. If you haven't heard us lately, you should hear us now.
This is your song.
Southwest Florida's home for relaxing favorites. Wave 101.1.
Bucks Dolphins. Coverage starts Saturday at 7:30 on CW.
Look outside across the tropics where we are still fairly quiet except for this one weakening tropical wave out in the central Atlantic. 10% chance of development with this now. That chance has decreased from what was a 30% chance yesterday, as we're really not expecting much with this system. It's going to be battling a couple things, including dry air from the Saharan air layer, and it's also going to be battling some stronger wind shears that tries to work its way. 7-day forecast will continue with isolated afternoon storms through tomorrow. 95 tomorrow. We won't exactly be tying records, but we should be just as hot as today. One more day of hazy conditions before we start to see some improvements with that Saharan dust dissipating Saturday and Sunday. That's going to allow for more support as far as our showers and thunderstorms go. Higher chances for rain as we head into the weekend and all through next week.
More apartments, more people, and maybe more problems. The plan to build at Treeline and Daniels Parkway just north of RSW has a lot of families worried. Dozens of frustrated neighbors spoke up during a town hall style meeting last night with the developer looking to build up to 800 apartments. Wake News reporter Justin Case has the details. Coming up, a house explodes. How many other homes were impacted by that explosion?
And a need for speed. After the break, the 86-year-old's lifelong dream coming true.
Wink Doppler 3X.
We built it. We launched it. But what does it mean for you? Matt, sounds kind of complicated and technical.
Lois, just think of 3 features. Wink's Live Doppler 3X updates its information faster, which means you are more informed sooner than anyone, and it's able to see farther, higher, and lower to really pinpoint weather more accurately.
We talk about 1 million watts of power. Why does that matter?
To power the average home, it takes about 5,000 watts of power. Wink's Live Doppler 3X has the power to see storms as far as Cuba, and that precision can even detect flying debris as small as a nail during tornadoes.
So the bottom line is viewer safety.
That's right, Lois. You can think of Wink's Live Doppler 3X as your first line of defense, keeping you safe and able to plan ahead when every minute matters.
Wink Doppler 3X, 3 times more powerful. It's a season for legends. Saturday on CW, the Bucks host the Dolphins. From first downs to touchdowns, your season starts here. Bucks Dolphins. Coverage starts Saturday at 7:30 on CW. Now, Wink weather on the ones.
Good morning and happy Thursday, getting closer to the weekend. Unfortunately, though, we have a couple more days of Saharan dust to get through. I know it's not the prettiest look for us across the area, but hey, it does happen to limit tropical development, which we will always take for this time of year. Dog walking forecast, 89 by noon, sun and clouds and hazy. By 5 p.m., we could see some isolated thunderstorms. Much like yesterday, though, those rain chances are going to be lower than average, where these showers and storms should be fairly few and far between. Our dog of the day here is little Lucas. He's ready for a ride, and he's got a very comfortable spot in the car, it looks like. Very cute photo sent in from Bob and Debbie. Lucas looks to be ready for the weekend, and as we head closer to the weekend, we are going to start to see some changes. Next couple of days featuring just some isolated thunderstorms. Notice by Saturday, Sunday, and into next week, that's where you should start to see those rain chances pick back up more towards our typical levels for this time of year, as we at least bid farewell to some of that Saharan dust that's really been thick across the area. Yesterday will be do so today. Out the door right now, Wink's Live Doppler 3X showing we're currently a quiet cluster of storms offshore areas like Sarasota County up to the Tampa Bay area. Those are lifting north and westward and certainly won't be impacting our morning commutes. 7-day forecast, isolated afternoon storms continue through your Friday and hazy conditions. Those changes arrive for the weekend. Get ready for some higher chances for rain Saturday and Sunday if you do have outdoor plans. We'll continue with additional chances for more scattered storms all through next week.
Disney Plus getting more expensive. The company announced the streaming service is going to cost $10.99 a month. That's a $3 jump. The previous price point, $7.99, will be the cost of new ad-supported subscription tier, and that's going to debut December 8th. Hulu, which is a majority owned by Disney, is also raising their prices. With ads, it's now going to cost $7.99. Without ads, $14.99.
And get ready to drop an extra $1,500 if you plan to buy a new General Motors vehicle. The manufacturer is now making a 3-year subscription to OnStar Standard. So that's the service that offers navigation services and help if you need an emergency. Now, new vehicles still technically listed as an option, and buyers can opt out. However, they still have to pay the $1,500 subscription fee. The company says it views the service as a big revenue driver.
A woman's rescued from her car just as it gets sucked into a sinkhole. This was in El Paso. Officials say a water main break underground caused this, the front of that car, into the ground. Moments after the woman made it out, you see there, her car swallowed by the sinkhole. It was 15 feet deep. An 86-year-old is living out his dream of riding in a McLaren. Derek Allen used to race sports cars as a hobby when he was younger.
Yeah, so he never had the chance to actually ride in his favorite car until now. The opportunity was made possible thanks to Seascape Naples Senior Living Community and Naples Motorsports. Now, the assistant executive director at Seascape, Ashley DeVries, got word of Allen's interest in wanting to ride in a McLaren and reached out to Naples Motorsports to make this happen.
It's very exciting to be able to do that for him, and you know, he's a very humble man and very reserved, so I'm sure he's just over the moon though.
We should have put a camera inside the car to see his face.
What a sweet ride,
yeah.
man.
Well, the driver took Allen on a ride through 5th Avenue, very scenic, and then lunch to meet up with his wife.
After several days of seeing some afternoon storms, we're going to see a little bit drier pattern, but that's also going to lead to an increase in our heat. Casey Sherman's in next with just how hot it's going to feel.
Also coming up next, your time to request a vote-by-mail ballot is almost up. Next at 5 on Week News this morning, we'll show you when the deadline is and why you need to pay close attention to your voting location.
And back to school means you have to slow down in the morning commute, especially in school zones. All new in our next hour, what that slowdown means for you and where we're seeing problem areas.
Love music and money?
Get both at 96.9 Wink FM.
Commercial-free music at 9 a.m.
Your chance to win up to $1,000 at 10 a.m.
Get music and money every weekday.
At 96.9 Wink FM.
The classic way to rock your day. 94.5 The Arrow's commercial-free workday. No talk, just nonstop classic rock. Weekdays from 9 to noon. The Arrow's commercial-free workday. The classic way to rock your day.